Excuse me while I adjust.
Badoop.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my August wrap-up. I can't believe August is over already. So, let's get into what I read, and we'll talk about what I read and if I liked them. The first thing I read was A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. This is the second book in the Wayfarer trilogy. I think it's a trilogy. It's either a trilogy or a series, I'm not quite sure yet. But it was great. I gave it 5 stars. And it is basically taking some of the characters from the first novel and branching off into their own stories, learning about them as people. And it was still just as wondrous and charming and cozy and action-packed in its own way. And I actually think it was a little darker than the first book, which I thoroughly enjoyed. The next things I finished was the 17th and 18th installments of Something is Killing the Children. These comics are great. I gave them both 5 stars, and you actually get to follow one of the characters from the original story arc and see where they started, and I thought that was so cool. There's a lot more mystery and backstory that we didn't get before, and it's just really exciting. Really exciting. The next thing I finished was the second installment of a Doctor Who comic with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, the 13th Doctor, and David Tennant's Doctor, the 10th Doctor, and it was also really, really great. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for more. Now, the next thing I finished, Stephen King's 11/22/63. I did a buddy read of this book with my friend Jack. If you haven't checked out her channel, please do. We both really enjoyed this. I mean, wow. This story had so many things going on, but normally with Stephen King with me, I have now finished 3 Stephen King books. This one, Pet Sematary, and The Shining, and out of the 3, I think this is my favorite so far. The Shining would be a close second. So I haven't really decided, but I'm pretty sure it's this. This book has the main character, which he's called Jack Epping, goes into some plotty situations at the beginning of the book that bring him to a central portal wormhole back to 1958, and his whole main objective is to stop the assassination of JFK. There is a lot of detail in this book, and it's not just draggy on detail, so much information. There is not a sentence in this book that needs to be taken out. Not one. And the ending, though, Stephen King is known for his endings not being so great. But I learned in the book that he had some help with the ending, which I think is what made this book so good, is the fact that the ending, there's, it's tear-jerking, at least it was for me, and I highly recommend this book. It's definitely not horror, but it's great. I know some people don't want to read any of his non-horror stuff, but trust me, you want to read this. And the final thing I finished was Amusing Ourselves to Death, Public Discord in the Age of Show Business by Neil Postman. This book is a nonfiction book. Yes, I said I would read 12 this year, 1 a month. That did not happen, but, I have 2 now. So, yeah, almost better than last year. So, this book is about media and the forms of media going from the speech to writing to typography, photography, telegrams, and TV. It goes through on how we've gone from understanding information one way to getting it another way. How we get our information, in the forms we get our information, changes how we not only perceive that information, but everything we get in, our time. This book was written in the 80s, but it's still very relevant to today. But it's everything, it comes at you really fast, and you're hearing one thing after another that doesn't necessarily pertain to you or where you live or even your country, but you're hearing it all, and it's entertainment. And it was a very fast read. I think I read it in like 2 days, 3 days, and it was really good. I suggest if you watch the news, or if you care about politics, or maybe want to get into knowing how information is shared and spread, read it. It was very, very good. I highly recommend it. So that is my wrap up. It was a great month. I would not have picked this up on my own, so I want to say, Jack, thank you so much again for picking this book and asking me to buddy read it with you, because I think that it has become one of my new favorite books of all time. So guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Read some stuff, anything you want to read, and I will see you later. Bye.